Hi, I'm Chris,
And Kathy.
and today we're out picking currants, and we're going to make some currant jam. There's 5 types of currants that grow around this area, and the ones that we're going to be picking today is the northern black currant. The other species that's closely related to it is the American black currant. Uh, it has 3 to 5 lobes on the leaves. It kind of looks like a maple leaf. The difference between the the American black currant and the northern black currant is there's resin dots on the leaves. The American has the dots on both sides of the leaf, where the northern currant only has them on the bottom, and you can only see them really with the lens. I don't know. I'll hold that there, and I don't know if you can zoom in, if it'll show it or not, but you'll see little resin dots on there, so you know which ones you're picking. They're all edible. Uh, these here, they grow 3 to 6 feet high. Like I said, the leaves look like a maple leaf. The fruit is 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch. The immature berries are green, which you can see there's still a little bit here. Then they turn to red, and you want to pick them when they're ripe, when they're black. Today we're going to make currant jam out of them, and it takes quite a few. We got lucky in the spring. We found this here field here next to the lake. It's got raspberries, thimbleberries, currants, gooseberries, wild mint. It was just a fantastic find. So we're going to get going on picking these, and we'll see you back at camp, and I'll give you a recipe for making black currant jam. Okay, so we're back at camp. We ended up with picking just a little over 10 cups of black currants. One thing I forgot to mention in the first part is that you'll find a lot of these along the lowlands, swamps, along river beds, river bottoms. The field that we're at, like I said, was at the edge of a lake, and it's real lowland. Anyway, so we got enough for 2 batches of currant jam. I got my stove going. What I'm going to do is, first thing, is I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of water. And then I'm going to, these are cleaned and stemmed. You're still going to have some of those little tips left on them. I don't think there's much you can do about it. They should soften when you're doing it. I'll get that in there. And then I am going to bring that up to a boil and then turn it down to a simmer. And I'm going to let that simmer for about 15 minutes. Just to get make sure that all the berries are popped open and release the juices. And so when that is done, we will come back. Okay, so it's been simmering here for about 15 minutes. A lot of the berries are broken up. It has a pretty unique smell, pretty funky. So now I'm going to add my 1 package of Sure Gel. I guess you could probably add whatever dry pectin you want. I'm sure it would work just fine, because one thing that currants have in them is a lot of pectin. So there's certainly, you can see that this is going to set for sure. I can tell already without even having sugar in it. So I'm going to bring this back up to a boil again. And when that happens, I'll come back and put the sugar in. Okay, so that's been a minute for that. I'm going to add the 7 cups of sugar. Get that stirred up, bring it back to another boil. And then we can jar it up. Alright. Okay, I brought that back up to a boil. Don't be afraid of the sugar at first. Just stir it in. It'll thin out. So there's that. I gotta get my last jar out of the water bath. And I can start Here, Sven, hold that. I don't put butter in any of my jam and jelly. If the people don't like the foam on top that I'm selling it to, well, then they can make their own. Besides, most of it pops before I get done anyway. Fill your jars 1/4 inch headspace. Don't forget to, I better turn that off. Don't forget to wipe your rims before you put your caps on. I just like doing it all at one stage each time until I get done. Gets a little warm on the hand.
You can use your rag there.
I can't. I'm Chris. I don't do that. So we're easily going to get 8 pints, it looks like. I mean 8 half pints. Okay, I'm going to finish jarring these up. I'm going to put the rings on them, and then I am going to put them back in the water bath for 10 minutes process. So when that's done, we'll see you then. Okay, taking them out of the water bath. You should start sealing them up pretty quick. We got 8 half pints out of that. So to recap, we did 5 cups of currants, 7 cups of sugar, 1 package of Sure Gel, and 2/3 of a cup of water to start with. Simmer them for 15 minutes before you add the Sure Gel. Bring that to a boil. Add the 7 cups of sugar, and don't get excited about how it looks or even how it smells when you're doing it, because it's going to turn out fine. It has a pretty unique flavor all its own. Hard to really describe. What do you think it tastes like?
I don't know, but it's a little on the tart side, and I kind of like that.
Yeah. So you should have learned 2 things. 1, how to make this jam, and 2, how to tell the difference between American black currant and northern black currant, and that's what look for the spots on both sides of the leaves or just one side. And thanks a lot to Sven for all he's done. If you're into hunting, fishing, trapping, gathering, canning, metal detecting, whatever, join us on Facebook at All Things Wild. Look for the canoe at the top of the page, and thanks for watching.
Bye.